Hi milers, I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the channel. My name is Beverly and this is Miles and Coffee in Mexico. I'm just going to have a quick sip of a nice cool Jamaica natural sweetened tea from here, and today we're doing a best of from season 3. I hope you'll join me.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great.
Listen, so I don't know if I told you this, but I am a contributor on TripAdvisor and have been for a while now. So let's jump right in. If you see me looking down, I've got notes on my computer here. All right, so I'll leave some pictures and some things will fly across the screen. I don't want to keep this very long, but I do want to kind of talk about some of the best of. And how did I get the idea? Well, I uploaded another review of a cafe right here, and I saw that TripAdvisor has created a traveler's choice best of the best, and I thought that inspired me to say, let's go back and do a best of compilation from Miles and Coffee from right here in Chiapas, right? On the screen you'll see that I've been a contributor for a while with over 50 reviews, and what gave me the idea was I just got the top contributor badge, so I thought, well, you know what, it's time for me to share, and what I'll do is leave a link to my TripAdvisor where you can go and read. And I don't know about you, but I'm inspired by reviews and other people's experiences. So before I take a trip, I always look at TripAdvisor, and I like to consult TripAdvisor so that I could get reviews and suggestions or people's recommendations, and that's how I like to shop. So word to the wise, but you can check my TripAdvisor later. So let's jump right in. I thought, I could share or compile my very own best of compilation and share my choice of places of things to do and places to see right here in Comitan. All right, so the first will be best places to gather, right, with friends or to meet people and hang out with your friends. Okay, we'll do 3 and then 2 and then number 1 and a couple of honorable mentions. Number 3 of best places to gather with friends is Tinacte. You've probably seen, if you've been following me for a while, you've seen me at Tinacte either drinking coffee or eating food or having coffee with flan. It became a favorite of mine during the lockdown, and then as they continue to open up, the prices are good, the food is good, the service is good, and the people know me there. Okay, so that's my number 3 for best places to gather with friends. Number 2 is Mercado San Jose. Mercado San Jose. Please forgive me for that. Number 2 is Mercado San Jose. The reason being is because a couple of times I've gathered with fellow colleagues for either going away dinner or for birthdays, and it's just one of those restaurants where there are several different gathered in that particular space, and you can order from various places in one location at one venue. It is very convenient. My number 1, though, was one that I visited recently. It was on my to-do list, and I finally got a chance to visit Camino Secreto. It's a wonderful, wonderful restaurant locally, and they do specialize in seafood. Not everyone does. Copious amounts of food are served to you. The service is great. The prices are great. And the appetizers are usually such that if you order one, everybody can share. And then, of course, great things to drink too. But that one's a little bit more expensive than the average. But again, prices are relative here because everything, in my opinion, is very well priced. Okay, but I have to give an honorable mention to one that I want to see. I have not been there yet, but a wonderful subscriber gave me a heads up about La Postal. And I am putting that on my list of things to do coming up for my birthday. So I'll let you see when I go there, because that's one of the restaurants where you can get a vista of the whole city. And I'm looking forward to that. So I went there recently and found out they don't open until a certain time, so I wasn't able to get in, but I will go back. Okay, so now that takes us to best places to brunch. Best brunch menu, starting with number 3. La Casa del Marqués de Camilas. I hope I said that correctly. I have had a wonderful brunch there, okay? Again, you're encouraged to linger when you eat here, which is a very good benefit. So once your food is served, they expect you to sit, talk, chat, enjoy, and maybe order some dessert along the way as you continue drinking your coffee. But some friends of mine introduced me to that place, and what's wonderful is that there is a wonderful garden. You can either eat inside the dining area or come outside where overlooking the garden and just be out in nature to sip your coffee and relax. Number 2 on best brunch is Tinacte. See a pattern here? Yes, my favorite places I kind of frequent often, because that's how I get out and get exercise. It gives me a motivation to go, right, and get out. But my number 1, you've seen it again. I'll leave a link, maybe up here or up here at the end toward the closing credits. You'll see a link to Hacienda Villa Victoria. That place I've been to more than once for brunch with friends. It is fabulous, and we'll talk more about that one. If you saw that video or watched the video afterwards, you'll see why. It's beautiful grounds, beautiful service, beautiful prices, excellent food. Mwah, top notch, hands down. Hacienda Villa Victoria is the best. Okay, let's go on. My best compilation of things, places for best coffee. And like I said, I'll just scroll across. I thought this would be better, me talking to you about it so you can see my expression, and I'll send a picture or something like that. But instead of me showing you videos and it's not making sense, I wanted to talk to you and share with you, because you can see that I really enjoy these places. Number 3 for best coffee, I've been there a couple of times, and that's how I choose these, is whether I've been there more than once and how much I really liked it. But on a scale of 1 to 10, this is about an 8. Cafe Lluvia, if I pronounce it correctly in Spanish. I'm trying to practice, you guys. But Cafe Lluvia, I have purchased coffee from them. They are local roasters. And I think you saw me go there like around Valentine's Day, and they were all decorated in pink, which was their anniversary. But it's a nice vibe there, and the people are very friendly. And so that's number 3. But number 2, again, Tinacte. It's just one of those that it's a comfortable outdoor, and I think I like that because while I'm drinking, I'm also people watching. So that one just became a favorite, and I don't go there every single day, but it's just my favorite one. But number 1 is Cafe Piongo. I went there just recently, and the ambiance plus the service plus the family of baristas is top notch. It is my hangout now because of everything included and the pride that they take in everything that they do and say at that cafe. It's very, and again, it's not frequented, so I can go and kind of feel like it's my own place while I'm there, but it's very safe. And I have to give an honorable mention to one that I've been to once, and I have purchased coffee there before, a local roaster by the name of Comitan Tostadores. Comitan Tostadores gets an honorable mention again. Most of these that I am mentioning, I have done a review or plan to do a review on TripAdvisor. But you can find Comitan Tostadores on Facebook as well as TripAdvisor. Okay, so that's my coffee picks. My picks for best places to stay. Keep this in mind. You might want to write these down if you ever come this way to southern Mexico and visit Chiapas. Now, of course, the touristy place to go is San Cristobal de las Casas, but I'm talking about places here in Comitan de Dominguez. So we're not going to include any places in St. Cristobal. Maybe we'll do something with that one later, but since I live here, this is where I'm basing my recommendations. So, number 3, Hacienda Villa Victoria. I have not stayed there, but during my first visit, I was so overwhelmed by the beauty that I did request a tour, and one of the owners there was gracious enough to allow me to see the rooms and to discuss the choices that went into the design and the layout and the verandas overlooking the garden, and I thought I could do a staycation here. As a matter of fact, recently I did shoot a video from a location when I was on a staycation. It was the spa video that I did, but I had 3 choices. One of them was Hacienda Villa Victoria, or number 2, La Casa del Marqués de Camilas was my number 2 choice. That one's closer downtown, and I thought, do I really want to go down there? I thought it would be busy that weekend, and I didn't want to do crowds. So then number 1 choice was Hotel City Express in Comitan. Hotel City Express Comitan was my number 1 choice, and I stayed there thinking one night. I ended up doubling in and staying a couple of nights because it is COVID clean, and they have won awards for that, and I see why. Their safety protocols were such that everybody was in sync, including the staff and the visitors, and it wasn't overly crowded, but I was very impressed and I felt safe. So that's why Hotel City Express gets my number 1 pick, but I have to give an honorable mention to one that I would like to see, and it's again downtown area, Hotel Internacional. Later, I would like to go and stay and just visit and maybe do a review, and I've heard they have a wonderful brunch. I have not been there yet, but it's on my to-do list. So that's why it gets an honorable mention. Okay? All right, I hope you're enjoying this. I'm going to take a little sip because it's a little bit warm today. This is nice and cool. Okay, now let's look at places that I feel would have the best ambiance. And you guys, for ambiance and just relaxing and hanging out and just enjoying the vibes of the city, I only have one place on my list, and there really is no comparison. This one gets no competition. Parque Central, downtown Central Park. The ambiance, you've seen me take pictures of the fountain. You've seen me take pictures by the sign that says Comitan. You've seen the government building. You've seen me take walks. You've seen me sit in the park. That is probably the number 1 thing to do here, because as I've told you before, you are encouraged to linger. So when people want to relax, they'll just go and sit in the park. They'll check their phone. They'll talk with a friend. They will gather. You might see them eat ice cream from one of the street vendors, or maybe get a rispada, or get maybe some wonderful coffee, cold or hot. Or, just sit and people watch. It is the thing to do. And then you can do shopping and eating, with the various restaurants. But hands down, for ambiance and relaxing and taking a break, that is what motivates me to walk uphill a mile and then walk back down. Season 3 was great. I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning. You see me make mistakes in Spanish. You see me make mistakes in my camera. I am what you call below an amateur. This is just, it started off as a hobby, but now it's become a passion. And because of the questions and the viewership and the community that we're creating, where we talk and share, it's become a passion of mine. It's so much fun to do, and I enjoy making these videos for you. So season 4 will begin May 1st, the month of my birthday, and that's where I will share more Q&A, more interviews. I just did one recently and learned a lot from the experience. It's teaching me what I need to do and what not to do. I'm learning every time I do this. And I intend to share more interesting places, and of course more health and wellness tips, because that is near and dear to my heart. So if nothing else I do, if I help one person with their health, I consider that more than sufficient. Okay, in the meantime, I hope you're getting ready and practicing your walk so that you can sustain yourself. And then I will correct a mistake. I said that 5K was 2.5. When I went into the Prevention Magazine website, it's actually 3 miles. So 5K is more like 3 miles. So listen, if you get out that day and you walk, that's the whole purpose. More next time. Thank you for joining me for the Miles and Coffee Best of compilation. We'll see you next time, Milers.